Guys, rise and shine. It's 5:31 in the morning, and today we're going to be looking at the ISS. So the lenses we're going to be using are the 30mm eyepiece, which is the low magnification for me to like find a reference star. The camera adapter, of course. The Barlow to get closer to higher magnification. The mask to get the focus right, and so I'm going to show you how exactly we're going to find it on the computer. Alright, here we go. So let's take a seat. Okay. So, we're going to be looking at the ISS, which is going to pass a not too bright star, but like kind of bright, from where I live. So, there's the Big Dipper right there, right? And if you look at this star, and then you move over to this star, and then to this star, 15 Ursa Majoris, here, focus please. The ISS is going to pass right by that star, and it's going to pass at about 5:50. Right here. I'll put it on 5x speed. There it is. And watch, it's going to go right over that star. Boom. So if we get the telescope, which is right here. If we get the telescope focused right on that star, we record a video at 5:50, we should be able to get the ISS and take a picture of it if we get the right shutter speed and ISO and stuff like that. So let's bring the telescope outside and get to work. Alright guys, we're outside, but we have a problem, and I'm not even going to say a small problem. As you can see with the, this time I'm using the camera to record instead of the GoPro so you guys could actually see a bit better. There's clouds. There's breaks in the clouds like you could see over there, but there's also clouds. So not only is it going to be harder to find that reference star to take the picture with, but it's also going to be, there's a good chance that we won't be able to get it at all, because during the time that it passes over the star, we have to just hope that clouds aren't covering it. So we have about, like 12 minutes until the ISS comes. So in that time, we're going to have to polar align the scope and find that star, which is going to be very hard in the light polluted city skies, but we're going to do our best, and hopefully I'll get back to you as soon as I do that. Try not to lose hope, guys, but it's already 5:41 and it's still cloudy. I mean, it's clear directly overhead, but the Big Dipper is over there and I can't even see it. So hopefully we'll be able to align the telescope with that star, find the star, which I've never seen in my life, and get it all ready. But we only have like 8 minutes, so I'm just praying that these clouds don't go over there and that everything will work out. But yeah, there's a good chance it won't. We'll see what happens. Working on it as best we can, and all we can do now is wait and hope that these clouds go away. Alright guys, newsflash, I have a horrible memory, and apparently the Big Dipper is actually over there. Can we see it? Yes, we can. It is right up there. I'm not sure if you guys can see that on the camera, but it's right there between those two palm trees. So we gotta go fast. We gotta get this telescope moved out into the driveway, aligned and ready in only, 7 minutes. So here we go. Alright guys, I found a star that, it looks like it should be in the right position, but it's really hard to be sure because, everything's just really dim dots. And, it's hard to really see this really dim one, So, man, I'm really hoping we got it right. It's about, 5:46, so, gosh, we gotta get the camera attached to the telescope and all that in only 4 minutes, so here we go. Alright guys, so good news and bad news. The good news is that we had the telescope pointed in the right spot. That star that we were looking at, that I was like, oh guys, I think this is the right one, actually was the right one. The ISS went right through the middle of the field of view. The bad news is I didn't shoot the ISS because not only was I moving the telescope at the time, so it was super wobbly, but also I never had time to focus it. I didn't have time to change the shutter speed. I didn't have time to change the ISO to get it right. So it looks like just a bright streak across. Watch. There's that reference star we were using, and the ISS looks like that. So The reason it looks like a streak and not a dot is because the shutter speed was like 1/5 of a second, and it needs to be like 1/1600th if you actually want to get detail. So that was kind of a miss, but we definitely did learn a lot, including that the Big Dipper is actually there and not there. So anyways, we'll be back out here soon, hopefully. The ISS only comes over where I live once every, I mean, it comes often, but usually it's like really low on the horizon, so you wouldn't be able to shoot it anyways. It probably comes up high enough once every 2 weeks or so. So yeah, hopefully we get it then. There's also clouds over it, like a hazy layer of clouds, so kind of a miss, but a good learning opportunity. And it just happens to be cloudy on the exact opposite side, which is unfortunate, but hopefully we get luckier next time. So I'll get to you then. What's up, guys? It's almost a month later, and we're back, or the ISS is back. In case you can't tell, I'm sick again by my voice, so if it sounds weird, that's why. But anyways, at 8:32, if you can't see that, the ISS is going to be here, and this is a very good pass because, as you can see, not only is it super high up at 8:34, but it's super, super close to a very bright star called Procyon, I think. Anyways, yeah, there it is. If we're at 30 times magnification, which is what the prime focus of our telescope does, like if we just hook up the camera, it's within the same field of view as the star. So if we center this star and just start a video, the ISS is going to move right through it, just like that. So yes, right now it's 8:12 p.m. if you can see the clock. So we have exactly 22 minutes to get this telescope out, set up, and ready. So let's hope we don't miss it like the last time. And yeah, here we go. Oh, also, the magnitude is -0.42. So we're gonna have to find another star with like around that magnitude and try to calibrate the ISO and shutter speed based on that to like get a bright enough but not washed out picture of the ISS. So I'll be doing all that outside. I probably won't film most of it because we don't have too much time, but I'll definitely film the part where it goes through the camera. Alright guys, not sure how much you can see, but the telescope is right there right now. It's all set up. There's Sirius, and our star Procyon, I think it's called, is the one in the middle of the frame now. I have the telescope polar aligned with the North Star, which is over there, and right now it's pointing there. But I found that the star Betelgeuse, which is part of Orion right over there, the one in the middle of the frame now, is less than a magnitude of difference away from the brightness of the ISS. So I'm going to aim it at that star and try to calibrate it, and then yeah, hopefully we get the best results. So the rest of the filming is going to be on the GoPro because the camera is going to be hooked up to the telescope. And we have about 7 minutes until the ISS is overhead, so we got to work fast. Alright guys, here we are at 8:32. The ISS should be coming up any moment now. It's supposed to get past our star. I think, is that it? Okay guys, we can see it right now. Let's get the recording started. Get the center, or the stars centered. Shoot. Just like that. Alright, there's a cloud up there. You can see the ISS. And let's hope the math was right. See it still. Alright, there it goes. I'll get my phone out too. Maybe it'll be a bit brighter if you could actually see. Oh yes. Okay. There's the ISS. There's our star. And here it goes. I'll have my phone pointed at the sky and the GoPro pointed here. I am so nervous, guys. It looks pretty good. And let's see if the math checks out. Boom. Guys, we got it. It went right through the middle of the frame. That is awesome. Alright guys, we're back inside. Sorry about that abrupt ending, but I put the camera card into the computer and, you know, the video's here now. You could see the star that we were using as like a reference. Again, I think it was called Procyon, but that's probably not how you say it. But yeah, anyways, here's the video. I'll play it. And as you could see in a second, the ISS is going right through the middle, which is very good. And as you can see, when it goes through, it is not a perfect circle. It actually looks better than it does like on the GoPro because for some reason the GoPro cannot focus onto a computer. But I'll put the picture up now, like the frame directly from the camera, so you can see there what I think is a solar panel, but I'm not sure. Anyways, I think next time we do this, it's going to be a bit better because there was a cloud over it at the time. It was a very kind of wispy cloud, so we were still able to get something, but you know, it did detract from it just a bit. And also the Starry Night, the program that I'm using to, you know, look at how bright it's going to be and where it's going to be, it was right about the location, but the brightness was way off. It said it would be negative 0.5 magnitude, but it was actually like it was brighter than Venus. I'd say it was at least 3.5 magnitudes, like negative 3.5 magnitudes. So next time we'll make sure to focus or I'll use stellarium, which seemed to have a better estimate for the brightness, and that way I'll be able to set the exposure right so it's not so like washed out like it is here. And hopefully there's no clouds next time. And then also the camera wouldn't connect to my phone again, so I say again because I tried making a video of like a different thing, but the camera wouldn't focus and it kind of left the sky. I'll do it later when I get the camera fixed, but yeah. Anyways, I'll get that fixed. I'll get everything fixed up, and then next time we do it, I guess I'll make a part 2 video to this. But anyways, for right now, getting like any sort of detail of the ISS from your backyard to me is like super cool. So I'm very happy with this result, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.